But you people, I want you to tell me, in our last video, remember, I mentioned that you guys, I enjoy sex, and I can explain to you all. And Beatrice, you were eyeing Karine. Why? Why?
Tell us why?
Because sex is good, and we're like, oh man, I come here.
Yeah, at least go. Now, Beatrice, why were you eyeing? I think it's you, Beatrice, who was eyeing Karine.
Who wrote that thing, eh?
Hey.
No, I think it caught me off guard. Like I didn't see it coming. That is why I was like, ooh.
She's shy.
Hey, you're shy. Hey.
And we will, you know, in our next shoot we will go into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Never did, by the way. When we mention sex, you become shy. Why?
Really?
Yes, even now.
She's still shy.
I think I'm not comfortable sharing, but I again, if it's a topic that we have to talk about, I can share. I don't know why, because I've done on my
But it is no, my
It's okay.
channel,
It's
I
okay.
That
do
is
that.
her. And
But
people
I think-
love her. Ngabwadi.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
We can
Mostly, I think why I did that was because we were the channel is new. That was like it wasn't something that we had prepared
To talk
before.
about.
So and then it's a big thing. So I was like,
We big
ooh.
thing. It is real. We are real.
We are real.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do if I told you you were beautiful?
Okay, we are Wise Rising. Marriage is not a straight line,
But every day we strive to make it straight.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies. Every day we strive to make it straight. I'm Sandra Lubanga, and the lady here with me is called
Which is Chimpy.
here.
Barbara Emiru.
Karine Nine.
Yes, we are Wise Rising. We welcome you even to today's episode. And today our topic is so exciting. There are things that we really need to, you know, there is that dream man, that dream woman that you want to get married to. And today our topic, we are looking at the things, your checklist, the lifetime pattern. And what are those things that you really want to consider when you're looking for your long time partner? That is the person you're going to spend your entire life with. Meaning you need to have a checklist. What are those things that you have to tick and say, yes, when I look at Brian, yes, Brian has A, B, C, D. Maybe Brian doesn't have F, but we can go with the G. So we are going to discuss, and the ladies here are going to tell us what did they look into, what are those things that they considered when they're saying, yes, I'm going to spend time with Mr. Emiru, I'm going to spend time with Mr. Nine. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, the Lord said that man needed a suitable helper and created a suitable person for him. Meaning that person that you're choosing to be your right partner is suitable for you. So you don't need to rush. You need to look for a suitable partner, a person that you're going to do life together until death do you apart. So right, I'm going to start with Beatrice. What are those things that you consider and you're like, okay, Mr. Chimpy is my man. This is the thing. I know you had a list as a young girl, but what are those things that on your list and when you looked into them, you're like, okay, yeah, it works for me.
He's the man. He's the man.
Yes, what I would say, as we're growing up in the community that I grew up in, they taught us so much about how to choose a marriage partner. And so we used to have lots of conferences at church. And so these conferences, as a youth, or as someone who is, you know, wishing that 10 years to come you're going to get married, or 5 years, we never had a clue at all. But somehow this is something that I learned from my childhood, and maybe it can help someone who may not have a community where they talk about these things. And there's one thing they taught us is having the non-negotiables, and then having the negotiables. You see?
On your list. That's on your list.
Yes.
Remember, as a child, you grow up seeing certain things. Me, I saw my father loving my mom so much. I had a very loving dad. And so I grew up saying, I want someone who is like my father. like my father, that's a very high bar. It's a really
It is.
high.
Yeah,
it's really
it's a-
high. Like when you think about it, around someone who is like my father, it's really a big thing because your father has a lot of this. It means that there are some things that this man is going to come with that I will have to negotiate. Like there will be negotiables. My dad didn't have it. Okay, my dad had it, but this one doesn't have it. Or my dad didn't have it, but this one has it. You see, like maybe your dad was tall and brown, but this one who has come is dark and short.
So you mean our list has to have this thing that I am not going to go against this.
Yeah,
If it
no
comes
matter what.
not God fearing, I am not taking it.
Yes.
And then you need to have other topics that are like
The
this one I
negotiables.
can-
So those are
Negotiables.
negotiables.
Yes.
You close an eye on
Yeah.
it.
You're like, okay, this one we can try to work it
Yes.
out. This one, no, it won't work out.
So one of the non-negotiables that I had, and I'll encourage anyone who is out there looking for a spouse, because you know when they talk these things when you're outside marriage, you feel like they don't work. But for us who have been in marriage and have seen our friends walk this journey, we attest to it that it is true. Someone has to be a Christian.
God fearing.
We are a Christian community here as you listen to us. So we will encourage people very much. My non-negotiable was the person has to be a Christian. And to that, as my friends will share, we have lots of examples of people who bent that and made it a negotiable. So if a person is not a Christian and you bend it, my dear, the fire of bending, that's how much your life is going to be bent. That's much how you've negotiated. That's a really big mistake.
Now,
Okay.
So many men came. Many men came.
I know.
Many men came. You know the age of 20,
20.
22, 23, 20.
The beautiful Beatrice.
Of course, it's obvious.
It's
Yeah?
obvious.
They had to come.
Many came.
But in those men, they were born again, and there were those who were not born again. So it was like a sieve. To those who were not born again, like then to those who were born again, they also had some things which, even if you're born again, there are some things that are also non-negotiable.
Okay.
You get it? So I had the non-negotiables. One, I'll talk about religion, like he had to be a Christian. The other thing that was a non-negotiable for me was someone who is not educated. Like the person had to be educated. It was a non-negotiable, like how? But also if I'm to think how well someone who is not educated going to find me, because you're in circles of people who are educated. But still, I see many couples of people who make a mistake going with, a boda man, you're a bachelor's degree woman. You're making a very big mistake because you don't have the same.
Maybe for them that is their negotiable.
Yeah,
for them that is Anyway, maybe it's a discussion. Anyway, maybe.
Yeah, maybe another discussion.
Okay, maybe Barbara can tell us. Is there any negotiable that you looked at like, okay, yes, this I'm going to go into it. It wasn't on my checklist, but let me go into it.
Close an eye.
for me, it was the tribe. Honestly, it was. Me, I grew up in a family. My grandmother used to tell me, "Professor was a jar from other tribe, like especially the Easterners, the Northerners." My grandmother was really, really biased about that, about tribe. My husband, my dear husband, he's an Easterner, and now my grandmother really wanted people like from the central Muganda, Chichi, but not those other tribes. So I really, it was a negotiable.
Yeah.
For you and the family, or you as
Babi.
you as Babi and then family next.
Yeah, then family, yes. Because I was like, these ones. Because my uncle was like, because they used to see him coming home. I was like, but what, that man beats you? Yeah, because of their tribe. You know how you can judge people by their tribe, yeah?
But for you closed an eye.
But for me, I had accepted, like the guy had beaten me, and
And then you're lucky that the family accepted him as he is. Yeah, because even on our checklists, when you're looking for someone, you consider the family members as well. Because they have a right, a upper hand into your relationship. They can say, no, we are not accepting so and so.
But I also believe that in most cultures, it's people like this generation, that was a non-negotiable for families then. Even right now it still exists. But if a girl insisted that a tribe has nothing to do with someone's marriage, that is why at the end of the day it becomes a negotiable. Like it was in the beginning a non-negotiable.
No. I think it has always been a negotiable. Because when you look at the traditional society, there is a way we could people used to discriminate tribes.
And it was a non-negotiable. Like you don't
marry. Yes, you're not supposed to marry. Yes, like a Muganda, you're not supposed to marry a Northerner, a Westerner, Munyankole. That's why these days you wonder, like, a Munyankole getting married to a Musoga, Chokabandange girls, and then you're like,
like us, the Wagandas with the Nyankole guys.
So Karine, tell us, what are those things you looked at and like, yes, now Mr. Nyine, he's having like 80%, 90%. What are the things you looked at?
That I closed my eye on was the tribe also, like Barbara. Wanted to marry Westerners.
You know?
But the more I got close to Mr., I realized the tribe doesn't matter.
Yes.
But in the first place, I used not to want. I was like, I think I can marry a Easterner by the Teso guy and all that. But when I got close to him, I was like, the tribe doesn't matter. So I closed the serious eye. Now I'm carrying.
So did it have any effect on your family?
No, my mom was okay. By the way, my mom, for her, she wanted me to marry a Westerner. Because she's one person who gave me a prophecy. The first time I told her that I'm seeing someone. And I remember her asking me what is his name. I told him, it's called Bonix Nyine. Nyine? So my mom gave me a prophecy, and for her she was so happy. So it was on my side. I was carrying with my, just never wanted. I hear you are arrogant. Now when they marry a Muganda, they will marry
another person from that tribe. Yeah.
Actually, we can also go somehow deep into that. There is a lot of bias about people's tribes, and I don't think it counts.
Yet tribes don't really matter.
No, actually, tribes don't count.
Yeah, tribes don't count. It's personal.
But depends again. There are things like, okay,
which are tribe oriented.
Yes, they still do count. And the moment you make that mistake, they'll be like, we told Barbara not to marry an Easterner.
For example, people, I think my grandmother used to emphasize thing of Ojakuwa saba muli asoka.
Yes.
You people,
Yes.
I have a friend, not like a person we grew up from in Sunday school. This girl got married. I want to mention that tribe. They didn't get married. She got pregnant for a guy, and now I met this girl. I knew she had given birth to a baby, to a child, but then they had separated with the guy and all that. But then she told me that the baby girl she had given birth to.
Don't tell me the baby was eaten.
They killed the baby.
Is that in Uganda?
Yes. They killed the baby, and then the girl was like, "You girl, those things they tell us of Mulia Soka, they are there."
My
But the guy in their tribe, for them, they not like Mulia Soka, like they kill the firstborn. Witchcraft.
Yeah.
You people, the girl, the baby girl, but the girl was now like 3 years, and the girl had really hustled with her baby alone.
3 years.
They bewitched, like things were talking on the, what do they call it?
Yeah, like witchcraft.
Witchcraft. They're like, for us, we told in our family we eat firstborns. This is why we are taking her, and the baby died. And people not only bewitched, but they also eat firstborns today. You know, we feel like it's fading away. It is fading away, but some tribes are serious on those things. So
Actually, talking about the negotiables and non-negotiables, their families, I mean, they cannot even give you that allowance to go in another tribe. Yes, they have their experiences, they have their reasons, and they'll sit you down.
I think that
You, our daughter. No, for us, we are not.
I think that takes us to family backgrounds on your checklist.
Yes.
There is normally family backgrounds, okay? Because we see now, like we say, tribes don't matter, but it depends how the families are, how they are. Now there is how deep they are.
Witchcraft and tradition.
Are they still traditional? Are they a little bit modernized? Like now, Bagandas, we have things that we know that you're supposed to do, but but now the culture has a little bit relaxed. Banyankoles have a little bit relaxed, but however, there are those people in the village when they are still on those, they call them cultural customs, whatever, when they are still following them. So on your checklist, make sure you also visit the families and
But
see.
also, these days, we date people for 2 months, 3 months, and we get married. How do I go deep in that culture?
Fire. Whoever is doing it, they are doing the wrong thing. I see it.
Like people who
dating
date
for 2 months and then you
Yes, some things have worked out.
things have worked out.
Yes. You show me where Isaac who dated Rebecca for all those years.
We are talking about you. We are even to get the time to dig deep into people's families.
And now that's where
You're
Mukama
calling
Wagabiyandira.
fire. You're calling fire.
I'm calling
Yeah,
fire because
people-
you've already
people dead for 6
traumatized
months,
my
for 3
head.
years.
It's true. My grandmother used to tell me not to marry, intermarry, because of reasons of like that. Of course, you know how they used even to tell us stories in Buganda. You know, culture stories where they show you as a girl you have to be careful the man you marry or the tribe you marry. But like it has caught me like I hope I'm not as shocked as the audience, but I'm so shocked that people are still.
Yeah, it's real.
Especially for us
Yeah,
in the
it's
Christian
real.
society.
For me, I
People
think,
don't date for
for
so
me,
long.
I think if I was going to get married in this generation, I was going to be one of those who was going to fall in that ditch.
So I think
What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought those were like
Long ago stories.
things.
I also
Oh,
thought
things
so.
happen. Things happen. Things
Actually,
happen.
in our Christian church setting, they no longer encourage long dating. You've been there for 7
Yes,
years.
I know the things of dating for short they are okay, but we are relating it to the disadvantage of
Background
being-
checkups.
When I go to do the background check of this person you've met at university that they eat children, the firstborns in their
You will
homes.
not.
No, but I think via conversations you can try to dig deeper. You can try to pull out some
That's
of the
why we are
things
here to discuss the negotiables
and non-negotiable. Yeah.
If you did that negotiation, you closed your eye like me, lucky, go cook, be there.
Okay, what other thing? Okay, we've
Yes.
talked about the tribe, and I think someone there you have noted. You've noted something.
And find out more about the
Yeah,
person.
in those 2 months of yours that you're dating.
Find out more.
And some people are lucky 1 month and Nabachukuba 50 years in marriage.
Yes.
And they get
Yes.
But these days people
Married.
date. These days people date for a really short time.
Yes.
2 months, 3
No,
months.
like these days,
Guys, you
were
forgive me, I
counted.
have a trust issue. I don't know how long that is going to take me, but
Mine.
I need to heal.
Now we've encountered the Holy Spirit. The Lord can really show you.
you show you the person. Yes.
Beatrice.
Okay.
8 years that I'm rushing, here I married. No.
Okay, Beatrice has brought a nice point. Yeah? She said, like, me, Beatrice, I cannot get married within 2 months. Actually, what I want to that is, yes, negotiation. But then also it applies to someone else there. If you're not sure of the person, do not compromise of your standards on your checklist. Do not compromise. Because the moment you compromise, you might end up going to Muriasoka and then they eat you from there. Yes. So try to remain on the key.
I want to share my real life experience. I will not deceive because I'm on camera. My husband knows. I did not visit my husband's home before we got married. I think we visited after our introduction.
Actually, me too.
Yes, me visiting my husband's home. Actually, even I think my sister is watching. We visited after our introduction.
For me, this day, no.
I did not go there. I did not go to Ndunga. But guess what? The Lord favored me. Yes, I did not go there. I will not lie. Because people are watching. My in-laws, they share these videos. They see.
Me, I
They
think
watch.
for us, I think I went to.
So there are those negotiables that
I
can
went
work
there, but
for
we had
you,
already
and there are
decided.
those that really.
When they are done what?
We had decided.
No, by the way, let me tell you.
Deciding.
There is deciding, both of you as the couple you want, but then they take you to the family and the family is like, no.
I'm telling you, people have gone, we've not visited, and we've been married.
Kama natuyambirayo.
Not to mind. Honestly, me, that's what happened to me. Karim.
But there is a saying in Uganda that amatugembuzi tegakulisango. Like if Karine really went and did not
And they don't do
Yeah,
that.
but
Yes,
those are
it
the
doesn't.
things. That's why we are talking about the negotiables. Don't compromise. Like Karine went. First go check that. Visit your husband.
And your wife.
So, ladies, what else? What else, like on your checklist? Beatrice, what else on it? Barbara, what else is on your
Me,
checklist?
I wanted to say something on God fearing. You know, as people, as me, who grew up in church, you know, you grew up saying, I want a God fearing person. But when the time for dating comes, you forget about this thing. It's not like a priority. Personally, I used to mention I want a God fearing man, but deep down I don't think I was taking it seriously. You understand? So there might be a person out there who is saying God fearing, but then somebody not serious about it. Me, I was lucky that actually my husband was a Christian. Yeah.
Barbara.
So we should not ignore.
On that note, this generation of 2023, of 2023,
2023.
2023, religion is a negotiable.
Are you for real?
Check around.
Yeah,
Religion is a
yeah.
negotiable. Like someone is like, I can't die in church without having a man. You telling me no?
Yeah, but
But we're here to say it's really going to.
for a Christian
I don't want to be
person,
a
kindly
prophet
don't.
of doom,
Don't.
but it really backfired.
Don't.
How the society has, spoiled the whole image of marriage to the extent that girls are like, the men in church are
That's
actually
right.
worse
than the men
They are
outside.
No,
they are right.
They will say, you mean your God fearing people don't cheat?
Actually,
Christians are the most
Cheat
people who
in
are cheating.
Christ. We shall pray. Baganda say, not Baganda, we have the saying, Alika katana ka Yesu, yononenga bensaba.
Atayinako completely. Actually, I think in English, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. The devil you know is better than.
But again, it goes back. If on theirs it is a negotiable, we are not judging. I'm not negotiating.
We're just saying.
We are just saying.
Baba,
You know, we are mature. That's why we are here. We are not here to judge.
If someone ever comes to me, maybe a mentee, you're mentoring, and then you always talk about these things, you don't have to negotiate on religion, and then they come, I found myself someone, he's a Scientologist, you know these days they are Scientologists.
you know.
There are things, I'm not going to, force myself to explain to you the importance of you not marrying this man. I'll let the experience teach you yourself.
But when you're already there,
Even on your wedding, I'll be there. I'll dress very well.
Yeah, Beatrice, me what
But I'll
told
tell you, I don't think it's the
I will
right
not tell you
decision.
what you want to hear. I'll tell you how I feel and how I
Yes.
as a Christian lady. Go. That is your decision. of how you
Yes,
do it.
yes.
Don't ever say, even Karini Nyine was part.
Yeah, she backed me.
Marry a Christian man.
now for me the problem I've had with that is like there's a friend who got married to a person who's not Christian, born again Christian, and then like when she was talking to me, the pain is that the thing is you told me people want us not to get married to these people who are not like our religion, and we refused. Now I'm here suffering. Now that pain of they told me.
And now let me
You're
tell you
so
another
bad.
experience. I'm not like they will say beating yourself. One, I have a couple. My friend, she married a non-Christian, and they are happy. I told her not to marry, but she's happy. So no, she's
don't have
7 years
anything.
married. She's okay. Very
She says she's okay, she's fine.
She says, even when you look at her,
You just see that she's happy. Yeah, she's lucky. She's lucky.
We are going back to our topic because we don't want to look like as if White Rising, we are here to align it. No, that is not our role here. We are talking about the negotiables, and it is your call to make.
It's your call to me.
Yes.
Okay, now one of the things that these days, this generation, they consider most is money.
Money.
So you ladies sitting here, did you consider money?
I did not consider money.
Because there were guys who were rich.
And you left
Rich
them.
boys there.
And I
Where
were you guys?
Different planets.
BIT.
Different planets.
Oh my God. You guys never met rich
I
guys?
never met.
And let the rich guy go, and then you settle in for
I
Mr.
tell
Cheap.
that
Maybe
truth,
family
even
background.
God knows. Even Chimpy knows.
Oh, wow.
wait, first the things we went through. Let me tell you this story, but I hope you don't tell Mr. Chimpy to tune in. But anyway, even if he tunes in, we were at campus. So there was this, okay, there were several guys. And you know, at campus, you can know even you see their lifestyles, there were these guys. So Dennis had a friend of his. I love you, Norman. I love you, Norman. But he was called Norman. So, you know how Christians, we say when you're dating, you meet in communal places. So we used to meet at Norman's place. So I want to see in the evening, we go to Norman, I go after classes to Norman's room, then it comes, our friends come, music, you know, eat, and afterwards they escort you in a group and you go back home, fellowship, things like that. That's how we used to. So it became like family, like you just knew after class I have to go to Norman's room. So one day then it was for rotations and we were, I had a lot of pimples. A lot of pimples on my face. So, you know, as youths, fat, oily face. So as we were passing on one of the hostels, we were going to buy something with Norman. And then Dennis wasn't around. He had not yet come, you know. So as we passed the room like this, that one of the guys is like, you know, they discuss. So as you pass in their window, oyo mlenzi gwa dating amwagala kochi simanyi olowooza agenda kuwa talina na sente zigula tube ekujjako ezembalabe oyo mlenzi mwavu talina nakuwa and they used to speak in Luganda, like, you know, this people Luganda, like akulisa kwanga we used to, you know, to eat our katogo kebyenda n'amatoke wakabanga kabiri nga tukagula eri emulago. So we would come and eat it, and they would, you know, it's campus, everyone is seeing your lifestyle. Others are going out to one day girl for chicken tonight. You get what I'm saying? And then for you there in Mulago Katale Mujebe. And then sometimes we get food and they are seeing all this. So the guys were like, baringa bari banizo weda naga wache chips zawan. So ayakulisa bijanjalo na kawunga, like when banana, like, you know, this is a hostel, these are all windows. So as you pass like this, by the time you reach the other side, I've talked 100 words. You're with
Mr.
friend, no man.
I froze and we all kept quiet and walked towards the canteen. So on coming back, we changed route. So I kept quiet. Me, I'm still suffering. Even now, like, I can keep quiet with something that hurts me for a long time. And I wasn't ready to tell Dennis. Kumbe, when we get married, that is when Dennis tells me that story. He's like, actually, Bamu was counseling. Why do you love this woman? Why do you want to marry this woman? He kept quiet. Among the things, she's beautiful, she was like, he kept quiet and said to one of our, you know, mentors, and was like, this girl loves me. Do you know how this, when he told the story, it was as if they were cutting my heart. I wish Norman never told you. But this is a true story when you ask Dennis, when you ask Norman. And it was so crushing. Wow. But right now, like, I can't give you Mr. Chimpy for 1 billion.
He's not for sale. He's not for sale. Wow.
Wow.
But that is to show that money was not a thing for me. That's what and I'm surprised that my wife's here did not get a chance, you know,
to be dated by rich guys.
People are knocking, and these are things that when you go in marriage and you reach there and maybe time was, you know, Hoboka, you look back and like, God, I think I did not decide this based on how handsome he was, on how money. I'm here for a right cause and I'm going to stay. So these are, it wasn't money.
You have something to say?
You're about to close this topic, but let me say that money is important.
Yes.
But money should not be the reason you're getting married to this person.
Yes.
Because money disappears. Like
anytime.
Seasons. There's a season in marriage when you have money, and we are out to be rich, and there's a season when we are looking, you know, we don't have that money to spend. Yeah. So money is good. We love money. Yeah. We enjoy money, but it should not be a priority.
It's a negotiable.
It's a negotiable. Doesn't have. You
to add on what Babi is saying, we are not saying that you go in the ghettos and get yourself a guy who is really poor. If someone is rich and then they have other things which align with you, right now people, we see the flashing on TikTok, how your boyfriend made you a party and then bought you a car. We see all those things.
Talk about their proposal.
But it's
guys, it's your time. Yeah,
We are happy, yes.
Shine, enjoy the man. If the man comes and they're coming from a good family, enjoy what we're just saying.
Maybe
Yes,
that's
we
another thing that
Sorry, if I said, let me say this, I will forget it. Also, let me say this, that for me, when Mr. Emil was, when he was vibing me, I remember he didn't have a stable job. He was working like an intern. He didn't have all that money, but I knew that this degree that he has will be an opening for him to get money. Yes, at least yes, we don't have the money now, but the future, I see that what he's doing is going to help us in the future. So also, Tonula,
Yeah.
He doesn't have money, but
Yes, actually, Barbara, that is very, very important. You really need to be calculative, and you have to see far. Do not see just near here. You have to see far, because if you're dating a guy of 22 years, you've all just left campus. Maybe you're just joining campus. Why do you expect him to get a proposal of 2 million or 3 million? But when you're calculative, you're the rich guys that will be there in future.
He has money now, but the money is for the mother, his parents. For him, is he working or is he calling mommy? I need this. Mommy's everything is money.
And these guys drive.
He's rich. He has money, but they're not his. He's depending on mommy's money. So you're going to go in marriage and you're like, he's a mommy's boy, but you wanted money. So settle with your mommy's boy and money.
Okay, ladies, thank you so much.
Karen had something to say.
Karen, you had something to say?
I wanted just to share somebody's character should be one of your on your checklist.
Yes.
Yeah, people have funny characters. You're with this friend, you see, they're short-tempered, they're abusive. They have funny things. So if it is unnegotiable to you, but to me, I really considered character. Actually, one of the things I was like, people talk about Banyangole, they are arrogant. But the man used to come close to Bonix, he was not. I was like, this guy has a good character. It's not about his strength. It's not about him being a Mganda, him being a Miyamani, him being a what. So look into the character. Yeah. For a girl, even for a man, look at the girl's character. She's proud. She's and there are other things that
abusive.
There are other things that I saw in society.
Think about them because they will go with them.
Yeah, actually, you've talked about abusive. When you date someone who is abusive and you end up getting married to that person who is abusive, trust me, they will abuse you even in marriage.
I have a friend, a boyfriend, no. Hey now, you see. And when they call, yes, hello.
And
to me,
it doesn't make sense.
To me, I cannot negotiate on such.
I know we said this. Yeah, we said this before, like that someone's character multiplies in marriage, but
exactly.
Yes, because it's really important.
Imagine
someone has undressed you. They know wanakuvuma
you have children like us mothers of 4. And you're just there. Hiding yourself because you think this guy is going to marry you and you're closing your eye. To me, I would advise. I really looked into it and the character. He's not abusive. People say they are
respectful.
Proud. Okay, he's proud like any other bright person must be proud. But the abusive, the language, abuse you're stupid, you're coming late, you're wasting my time. You're still in a relationship, but you're closing your eyes.
No, they're still dating. I called you did not pick up. What were you doing? The next time you do it
again. First settle out your dust. And then you call, hello, honey.
Before we used to think that a person who does those things loves you.
Yes.
But actually it is, now that we are doing mental health, that person has a problem, so you need to check the person.
These are the people, when you get married, when you give birth, these are the guys that stay in office and be like,
I'll come back home when everyone is...
They are not supportive because you closed your eye on character. Character multiplies, Beatrice mentioned it. It multiplies like 100.
If someone is late coming, if someone is abusive, whatever negative thing they are, it's going to multiply times.
So one of the checklists where I looked at was the Character.
Yeah, character is really important.
Also, I loved someone who is bold.
Wow.
I never want confidence. Like I know we sound like we're repeating ourselves, but this video is about how our experiences. Like someone else there will be looking at us and like, how did they want to hear our story. Yeah, my story is I wanted someone who is confident, and his confidence was like over the moon, and then his confidence was irritating other people. Like for me, it's what I wanted. Like Karen said, some people find his pride annoying maybe sometimes, but I'm like, yeah, at least he will stand and tell you, yeah, that's the guy I want. He will stand in your face and tell you. First of all, I think I'm confident. I want to believe I'm confident. I want to believe I can speak for myself. So I never wanted a man that I can over.
Yes, actually.
After campus, I looked for a job. I was like, I can't find a job. So I was like, let me try to apply in the army. Since I've done psychology, I will get a job there at Chibichi. I went to Kololo with my papers, and I was going to be recruited with my size. So what my sister said, my sister knew we were dating, of course, with Mr. So he calls him, he's like, hey, by the way, because I was over talking about it. So she told Mr. Emiro, Barbara has gone for the, I think he called and I was not picking, so he called my sister. So it's like, Barbara has gone for the Kololo thing, he wants to go in the army. You people, Mr. came, and like, luckily enough when he called, I picked up, I was like, where are you? I was like, I'm here at Kololo, I'm in the line. So it's like, you first come here just a little bit, I tell you something. When I reached, he pulled the papers. He's like, where are you going? What's wrong with you? You know the experience with you. And you come to me, you're not going anywhere.
And you followed.
No, of course I was like, give me my papers. She was like, you're not going anywhere. So he sat me down and was like, I'm not giving you these papers until you, like, these things are over with you. From that time, he was done with my, like, past lips and all that, but I was like,
okay. you have someone that is carrying,
It's what I wanted, but it gave me, like, okay, this guy.
Because
I think the man out there,
just imagine someone who doesn't want a person who will take their paper.
you know, and I think men, you picture live from what ladies want. Really, we want a head.
In a balanced manner, like,
In a balanced manner, they
Not,
don't want. You do that and then she will check you on my
No, a man is supposed to be a man. A man, even God created it like that. A man is a head.
Not pulling my papers.
No, you might not pull the papers. No, you might not pull the papers. No, you might not pull the papers, but be the head. Be the head.
This is another topic. Because
Be the head.
I cannot imagine you.
Pulling the papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, so we are different.
Actually, we are different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a man is
Don't
supposed
they,
to be the head. Bottom line, a man is supposed to be the head. Why a man is not the head, marriage?
Especially those things that you want.
Yes.
Because
Like
they
for a
wanted to stop me
woman-
from going.
Yeah.
Like, if I take these
Stop
papers, you
you.
won't have what to show.
You see how we are different. He stopped you, but Barbara, that's what you.
That's what I
But for
understand.
me, it'd be like,
Aha, girls,
Gabi.
ladies, this was so interesting.
Wow.
I think that when we to list, we shall continue and we haven't even talked about the physical appearance. Do you want to talk about it, and as we wind up, all that will be for another time,
Because
because
it's a negotiable.
physical appearance.
depending on what you want.
Yeah.
But I
Because all of us here, we are four, but you may find we all had different things. And for
Yeah,
me,
different tastes.
hey,
You got what you
God
wanted.
gave me what I wanted.
You got what?
Yes,
Yes.
I
and
wanted
also
a
God
dark
gave me what I
guy,
wanted.
black, big eyes.
But
So,
physical appearance
if
is
you
a
search him, you'll
negotiable.
find him
Yeah.
like that.
It's a negotiable physical appearance,
Yeah, it's
because
a
you might find,
negotiable.
you might also look at the guy and like, no guy mubisi mwagala. But when you interact with him, nakubeli.
Kituufu.
Ne handsomeness is
Ngaye bagamba nti biki kusanga this song, is it Nandujja ofunda n'omubi ng'azaala ng'anyumya nga yaniriza n'abagenyi, so yeah.
So that is it is a negotiable.
It's a negotiable.
Meanwhile,
You
this
can
is
do your
a,
choices.
it's very long, but you can also comment down below. What are your negotiables?
Yes, tell us, actually,
The
tell
none.
us the
The
none, the
none.
negotiables.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. We remain Wives Rising. Subscribe, like, comment, inform a friend, to tell a friend and a friend that this is a channel that is going to educate you. We are growing together as Wives Rising. We are growing together as a woman there, as a man there, as a young man. So we love you so much. Stay tuned. Our next episode. Bye.